In the book Because of Winn-Dixie by Katie G. Camillo, you have already met and heard of Opal and Winn-Dixie. What happens when the Dewberry boys follow Opal and Winn-Dixie? What will happen when Winn-Dixie leads her to meet Gloria Dump, the town witch? What will happen when Winn-Dixie runs off and finds the witch? The witch that supposedly eats dogs and little girls. Just about everything that happened to me that summer happened because of Winn-Dixie. For instance, without him, I would have never met Gloria Dump. He was the one who introduced us. What happened was this. I was riding my bike home from Gertrude's Pets, and Winn-Dixie was running beside me. We went past Dunlap and Steve Dewberry's house. When Dunlap and Steve saw me, they got on their bikes and started following me. They wouldn't ride with me. They just rode behind me and whispered things that I couldn't hear. Neither one of them had any hair on his head because their mamas shaved their heads every week during the summer because one time Dunlap got fleas from the hair on his cat, Sadie, and now they looked like two identical bald-headed babies. Even though they weren't twins, Dunlap was 10 years old like me, and Stevie was 9 and tall for his age. I can hear you, I hollered back at them. I can hear what you're saying, but I couldn't. When Dixie started to race way ahead of me. Better watch out, Dunlap hollered. This dog's headed right for the witch's house. When Dixie, I called. He just kept going faster and hopped a gate and went to the most overgrown jungle of a garden I'd ever seen. You better get your dog out of there, Dunlap said. The witch will eat that dog, Stevie said. Shut up, I told them. I got off my bike and went to the gate and hollered, Winn-Dixie, you better come out of there. But he didn't. She's probably eating him right now, Stevie said. He and Dunlap were standing behind me. She eats dogs all the time. Get lost, you bald-headed babies, I said. Hey, said Dunlap, that ain't very nice for a preacher's daughter to talk. He and Stevie backed up a little. I stood there and thought for a moment. I finally decided that I was more afraid of losing Winn-Dixie than I was having to deal with a dog-eating witch. So I went to the gate and into the yard. That witch is going to eat your dog for dinner and have you for dessert, Stevie said. We'll tell the preacher what happened to you, Dunlap shouted after me. Then I was deep in the jungle. There was every kind of thing growing everywhere. There were flowers, vegetables, trees, vines. Winn-Dixie? I heard. This dog sure likes to eat. I went around a really big tree, all covered in moss, and there was Winn-Dixie. He was eating something out of the witch's hand. She looked up at me. This dog sure likes peanut butter, she said. You can always trust a dog that likes peanut butter. She was old, crinkly brown skin. She had a big floppy hat with flowers all over it. And she didn't have any teeth, but she didn't look like a witch. She looked nice, and Winn-Dixie liked her, I could tell. Sorry he got into your garden, I said. You ain't gotta be sorry. I enjoy a little company. My name's Opal, I told her. My name's Gloria Dump, she said. Isn't that a terrible last name? Dump. My last name is Baloney. The kids at school back home in Whately called me lunch meat. Ha! What about this dog? What do you call him? Winn-Dixie. Winn-Dixie thumped his tail on the ground. He tried smiling, but it was hard with his mouth all full of peanut butter. Winn-Dixie, Gloria Dump said. Mean like the grocery store? Yes, ma'am. Woo-wee! That makes a strange name prize, don't it? Yes, ma'am, I said. I was just fixing myself a peanut butter and sandwich. You want one, too? All right, I said. Yes, please. Go on and sit down, she said, pointing at a lawn chair with the back all busted out of it. But sit down careful. I sat down careful, and Gloria Dump made me a peanut butter sandwich on white bread. Then she made one for herself with her false teeth to eat it. When she's done, she said to me, you know, my eyes ain't good at all. I can't see nothing but the general shape of things. So I got to rely on my heart. Why don't you go on and tell me everything about yourself so I can see you with all my heart? And because of when Dixie was looking up at her, like she was the best thing he'd ever seen, and because the peanut butter sandwich had been so good, and because I was waiting for some person to tell me everything about me,